Hello, all you wonderful people. It's me, Undertaker. And today, wait a minute. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. Ah, that's better. Greetings and salutations, YouTube family and friends. T-Rail Vlogs here. What's up, guys? So as many of you have seen, I have recently received a new costume that I'm going to be using for my con ventures and cosplaying videos in the future of the Undertaker from Butler. So I figured today I'd go ahead and give you a bit of a review of it. I'll show you the costume, the different pieces of it, and get to hear my thoughts about it. Let's have some fun. I received the costume through a store on eBay called Tailor. Now, they specialize in different cosplay outfits, usually specified by show type. Like, you can look on the sidebar and it's got all the different shows, Black Butler, Inuyasha, what have you. They've got all the different series on the sidebar, and then you can go in there and see what different character costumes that they have for you from there. Now, if you see a series that you watch, but not a costume of the character that you want, fear not. They also take commissions. My friend Brandy encouraged me to ask them about taking a commission for Undertaker because they had about half a dozen or so Black Butler characters, but they didn't have Taker. So I asked. They said, well, if you can give us some reference pictures and whatnot, we'll see what we can do. And they did. The rest is history. So on with the costume review. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the cons, the drawbacks of the costume first, because those are the fewer and easiest to go over, so we'll go with those first. Starting off here, fans of the series will know right off the bat, it's the wrong color. It's a little more gray than black as he wears, but that is not Cos Taylor's fault. That was on me. One of the reference photos that I gave them was a little bit off color, and it made everything look more gray than black, so they honestly gave me everything that I asked for in the specifications that I asked for. So I'm not too worried about it. It's still dark, it's still creepy, it's still brooding, it's still Undertaker. Also, there are some small details that are missing. There's no white around the collar or in the sleeves of the undershirt or the undercoat, which I'll show you here in just a little bit. But again, nitpicky stuff. If you go to a con and you start picking out the details of the costumes from that, one, you probably have no life, and two, you should be doing other things with your time than trying to pick out costuming flaws like that. Or be a costumer yourself. You'll find out how difficult it can be. Also, when I show you the hat, it's a little bit small for me when I'm wearing the wig. Without the wig, it's just fine. It fits perfectly. It fits even better than this guy here. But when I have the wig on, it's a little tight, but that's okay, because that way I know once it's on my head, it's not going anywhere. And finally, because it's so thick and there's a few layers, this costume is hot. But as a costumer, if you guys are costumers as well, you know there are very few costumes out there that aren't hot when you're trying to wear them, especially ones with the long flowing robes and whatnot. It gets a little hot. So now let's move on to the pros, the good things about the costume. And as we go along here, I'll start to put on more of it for you so you can see what the costume as a whole looks like, because I know you guys are probably dying to see it up close if you haven't already seen it on my Facebook. When receiving a costume from anywhere really, be it a Halloween store, what have you, one of the things that's always worrying me is what material the costume is made out of. You go to Johnny Brock's for Spirit Halloween, and the costume is flimsy, see-through. If you do anything in it, you just might rip it. With this costume, I don't have to worry about that. The quality of fabric that was used to make this costume is absolutely amazing. It's high grade, very high quality, it's durable, and I can see myself wearing this thing for a long time in the future. One good thing about Cos Tailor, when they make their costumes, hand make them, tailor-made to you with your measurements, so you don't have to worry about, oh, this is going to be too tight, this is going to not work out. Well, I say that and the hat's a little tight, but you know what? It is what it is. So here we have the undercoat right now. A lot of people don't realize it, that Undertaker actually has an undercoat on like this, but he does. Again, the sleeves are usually lined in white, and so is the collar, but again, Not going to see the sleeves, not a whole lot of people pay attention to the collar, it's going to be okay. Let's move on to the robe. As you can see, the robe inside is lined. This thing is very, very nice, and honestly, if I wanted to wear it outside on a cold day, I could probably get away with it. People might look at me a little strange, but it could happen. The shoulders are padded, so it kind of adds that broad shoulder look. So all in all, I couldn't be happier with the quality of both the undercoat and the robe. So let's try the robe on. Now I know what you may be thinking. Holy crap, the sleeves are way too long. But again, if you are a fan of Black Butler, you know that Undertaker wears his robe with extra long sleeves, so a lot of times you can't see the man's hands. He'll walk around and do everyday things, carrying his shovel around, eating whatever, with his hands hidden. And with his fingernails as long as they are, I can kind of understand why. He doesn't want to poke anybody's eyes out. I also want to take a moment to let you guys know the costume is nowhere near finished. I still have a few details to take care of. I still need the fingernails. I'm waiting on his beaded necklace. I'm waiting for his ring. And I also need some makeup to help pale my face and draw the stitching on. I'm going to be trimming up and styling the wig, so when I start wearing that, note that that's not ready either. You guys will see the finished product. I'll make sure you guys see the finished product, so don't worry about that. Moving on to the hat. The hat looks shoddy. And it's supposed to. Undertaker's hat is a very interesting hat. It's reminiscent of him trying to sew a hat together for him without having any previous sewing knowledge, and it kind of looks like he sat on it one too many times without realizing it before he wore it again. So this is what the hat looks like on me. Don't ask me why he has this, I never asked him. So like I said, on me without the wig, the hat fits to a T. It's absolutely perfect. With the wig, it's a little tight, but again, not gonna worry myself about that. Okay, now when I commissioned this outfit from Cos Taylor, we talked about making the undercoat, the robe, the sash, which I'm going to show you as well, and the hat. That was it. But did they stop there? Absolutely not. They gave me some extras that I didn't see coming. So here is the sash, first and foremost. It looks a little underwhelming at first, yeah. It looks like Undertaker's wearing a lot of cloth on his shoulder when he does, but I'm telling you right now, this adds the illusion like you wouldn't believe. Check this out. When I put it on, just kind of having it all scrunched up and whatnot, there's not a lot of fabric there, but it really gives the illusion that there is. And then when we just tie it off here on our side like so, see what I mean? It looks really good. I mean, it gives the illusion that there's a lot of cloth here when there really isn't. You can tie it a little tighter to make sure it doesn't go flying off your shoulder, because I've seen plenty of Undertaker cosplayers. They fight with this thing all day long, and I can totally see why, because it can get a little annoying. It always wants to slide off because it's a slicker material. It'll happen, but I'm really happy with it, and I think it's going to really add to the costume. And now, back to the extras. Undertaker has a chain of memorial lockets on his side, and he wears these to remember those who he held dear. Now, while they aren't exactly completely detailed with the names, the hair lockets, or whatnot, as one might have in a Victorian-era memorial locket, Cos Taylor did the best they could to mimic that look. They used some jewels and they attached them to a chain, and let me tell you, the finished product looks pretty doggone nice. Let me show you. Also, to let you know, for all the detail sticklers out there, I will be getting a detailed set of memorial lockets from another maker on DeviantArt, Inui PB, I think. I hope I'm saying that right. But those are going to be coming soon, and I will show off those when I get them. I got one set before, and they kind of got destroyed in the mail, so I'm waiting on the next set of those. So when I get those, you guys will be the first to see them. So check it out. Got the lockets on there. They look pretty spiffy. If you're looking from far away, they really add the detail, so I'm just completely chuffed with it. I cannot believe that they included that when I didn't even specify that I wanted any of these small details. I said, I'll take care of them. Nah, they took care of me. Thanks, Taylor. The last thing I wasn't expecting from them was an Undertaker wig. Now, I recently purchased a wig myself for this costume, thinking that I was going to take care of it. But they took care of me again. Gave me the perfect color, the perfect length, the perfect thickness. It's even got the braids on each side. Well, he's only got it on one side, so I can remove one of the braids. It's no big deal, really. Like I said, still not done messing with the wig, but when I get done, again, I'll show you. But for now, let's see what this looks like. I'm pretty sure they didn't make the wig themselves. It looks like it came from a company called Hong Sing. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm pretty sure it was an Asian company that they ordered the wig from. I've seen a lot of Undertaker wigs online, so I'm pretty sure that's where they ended up getting it from. Please be mindful, after one wear of this wig, it's already frizzing and fraying. Really needs brushed again, and when I go to style it and detail it, I'm going to do just that. So it may kind of look somewhat shoddy now, but trust me, it's going to look amazing when it's done. Alright, and there's the wig. I know what you're thinking, why can't we see most of your face? Well, one, the bangs are ridiculously long. But two, if you know the character, again, you know that his bangs are over his eyes. He doesn't want anybody seeing his eyes. So when I trim this up, I'll probably have it down to about here, so you still can't see the eyes, but you can still see the cheek where his scar goes down and everything else in between. So for now, we just have to deal with this. So there we go. That's the entirety of my Taylor Undertaker costume. I'm really happy with it. The way it looks, the way everything came out, the detail that they added with the chain and giving me the wig with the braid already taken care of. You know, the hat is constructed very nicely. I really dig it. I cannot wait to bring this character out to conventions and mess with him. He's going to be a lot of fun. Again, all the details aren't really there yet, but trust me, they will be there soon.
And of course I promised you an up-close look, so here I am. What do you think? Again, not all the details are quite ready just yet, but when they are, you will get to see everything in all of its glory. So until we meet again, remember, take care of your soul. You only get one. Ta-ta!